Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a hard minute. This is going to be part 1 of 2 for my capstone. This will be part 1 of 2 for my capstone project. This had to be pushed forward for today because due to the fact that this announcement will be announced tomorrow on MLB Network at, hold on, let me get the time. Be announced at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, which I am talking about the MLB 2022 Hall of Fame class, which has partially been announced and partially hasn't been announced. So there has been a total of 6 players been announced, and those 6 players were from the Golden Day era as well as the early baseball era. First people that were announced for the Golden Day era were Gil Hodge, who played 18 seasons. He played from 1943 and then the war happened. Played from 1947 to 1963. He was a 2-time World Series champion in 1995 and 1959 as well with the Brooklyn Dodgers. An 8-time All-Star selection, a 3-time Gold Glover, 1,921 career hits, 370 home runs, and an on-base percentage of 800.845. That is very high for an on-base percentage. Back then, he had 7 seasons with 100 RBIs and was the 1969 World Series champion as the Mets manager. Jim Kaat played 25 seasons from 1959 to 1983. Played with the Minnesota Twins, the Philadelphia Phillies, the St. Louis Cardinals, the Chicago White Sox, Cubs, and the New York Yankees. Was a World Series champion in 1982, 3-time All-Star, 16-time Gold Glover, had 283 career wins, an ERA of 3.45, 530 innings, 501/3 innings pitched, 8th most in wins all-time for left-handed pitchers, and was also a broadcaster as well. In my opinion, Jim Kaat was a decent pitcher. I mean, I didn't really get to see him pitch because, played before my time. A decent pitcher and deserves to be in there. Minnie Minoso played 17 seasons with the Cleveland Indians, the Chicago White Sox, and the St. Louis Cardinals. He was a 9-time All-Star selection, 4-time Negro League selection. Began his career as a Colombian native in the Negro League and made the way for Latino Americans. He is the only second player to ever appear in a game in 5 different decades. He was a 3-time Gold Glover winner. Began his career in the Negro League like I was talking about and passed away in 2015. Tom Bolivia played 15 seasons with the Minnesota Twins. Was a 3-time batting title champion. Led the American League in hits 5 times. Was an 8-time All-Star. In 1946, he was the AL Rookie of the Year, AL MVP from 1964 to 1971, and a former Gold Glove winner. This is the most I've ever seen a person win an MVP. MVP 4 consecutive years. 5 consecutive years he won the MVP. That's just very interesting. Early baseball, you got Bud Fowler, who is believed to be the first African-American baseball player to play professionally in the Negro League. He passed away in 1915. Buck O'Neill Played 10 seasons with the Memphis Red Sox and the Kansas City Monarchs. Like I said earlier, the announcement will be tomorrow, January 25th, on MLB Network at 6 p.m. at Eastern Standard Time, and this will be the last time for Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens to be eligible on the writers' ballot. Dealing with Curt Schilling not wanting to be on the ballot, which is honestly doesn't make sense to the fact that you got one more chance. Take it. Take it, and maybe you'll make it into the Hall of Fame. You also got some newcomers like David Ortiz, Alex Rodriguez, and so many other big names. Let me go into one of my players that is a first year, one of the players that, in my opinion, is a first year ballot player and deserves to be in there. That's David Ortiz, Red Sox great. He made culture in the city for Boston, was one of the best clutch hitters in the playoffs. His slugging percentage in his final 3 seasons of .564, which is just above Lou Gehrig and Mark McGwire, 2 of the best players of all time. I mean, Mark McGwire, he used PEDs, but, but the writers could also take this as Ortiz didn't play the field because he only was a DH, who usually DHs get judged very, very highly. This is usually an issue. Also, another issue is that catchers are judged as higher than any other player defensively. In order for anybody to be elected, you need at least 75% of the threshold, meaning 75% of the vote to make it into the Hall. Each writer that is part of the Writers Association to choose 7 players to be inducted per person. And these are my choices. Barry Bonds, I know isn't a great choice. This is his last year on the ballot. My opinion and my view is Bonds may have cheated, but the numbers show. That's all I can say there. As well as Roger Clemens. I talked about David Ortiz. Kind of gave my reasoning earlier. Manny Ramirez, just an unbelievable career. He may have been on that line of using PEDs, in my opinion. But, hey, when you have a good career like Manny Ramirez, I'm going to pull up his stats right now. Give me 1 second. So when I'm talking about each person, I can actually be able to tell you guys their accolades. Manny Ramirez played. He was a 12-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champion in 2004 and 2007, World Series MVP, 9-time Silver Slugger, 2-time Hank Aaron Award winner, AL batting champion, home run leader in 2004, AL RBI leader, and is a Red Sox Hall of Famer. He played from 2000 to 2011, so 11 years in the majors. His MLB career batting average was a .312, 2,574 hits, 555 home runs, 1,831 RBI runs batted in. In my opinion, Manny makes it due to the fact that Manny just was a great player. That just gives it his own reasoning. My next person is Scott Rowland, who was just a very good clutch hitter, as well as a very well-rounded player. He played for the Phillies starting in 1996 and ended his career with the Cincinnati Reds in 2012. Was a 7-time All-Star, 1-time World Series champion. Was an 8-time Golden Glove winner, a Silver Slugger, and he is in the St. Louis Hall of Fame. I see people are writing up in there about the games that happened yesterday. They were crazy. I'm going to say that. Really didn't watch them. I wish I kind of did, but was caught up in some stuff, working on some schoolwork and stuff. I've been pretty busy. As I'm going through, just a reminder, I'm going through the Hall of Fame, my view of my Hall of Fame ballot. And I just went over Scott Rowland. Kurt Schilling deserves to be in there as well, in my opinion. Made history in Boston with the Bloody Sock and was a 2-time World Series champion. And so many other accolades. Billy Wagner, unbelievable closer, deserves to be in there. And finally, Gary Sheffield, great guy, great career. What else is there to say? Should be interesting to hear who gets announced tomorrow at 7 o'clock on MLB Network. Make sure you tune in, and I will have a reaction hopefully afterwards. As I was saying, this is going to be part 1 of 2 podcast little series that I'm going to be doing. Hope everybody has a great night and a great week, and I'll see you tomorrow for the All-Star, or for the MLB 2022 class of ML class, the remainder of the class. Have a great night, everybody. Peace.